Okay, hello dear friends. Michelle is on the line with you again, and for those who are watching my review for the first time, I remind that I am an expert in international finance. And despite my desire and objective need to improve the professional level of novice traders, I still pay a lot of attention to international fraudulent projects in the field of financial markets. I'll go a little bit in details. The speculator's profession itself is very complex and it requires, as all of you know, a very large amount of professional knowledge and skills. It's necessary to be able to use the tools of technical and fundamental analysis to have a cold mind, not to succumb to excitement, and have listed only the basic qualities and skills. But in fact, there are much more of them. And in general, not so many traders become successful, only about 50-20% of the total number coming to the market. And this number becomes even smaller due to the actions of scammers. I see the main problem in the modern internet, yeah? After all, on the one hand, what did it give us? It gave to the whole world and not only to traders. Today, thanks to the internet, you can listen to my materials and we all can exchange huge amounts of information almost instantly and do a lot of amazing things. Hell, I can even convey my thoughts to you solely due to the fact that today we have technologies that allow us to do this. Yeah, this is very, very cool, guys. Oh, and on the other hand, the internet allows you to, remain anonymous to anyone who wishes it. And this factor of anonymity is the greatest danger because it seems absolutely impossible to protect your rights and interests and, most importantly, money in such conditions. Most people who are deceived fall into the same trap all the time. They get on the fraudulent results without knowing that they are scammers, without having professional knowledge and skills in order to be able to understand it in a timely manner. Such a story in most cases ends quite typically. An novice trader transfers a certain amount of money to scammers um, and trying to replenish his trading deposit, and in fact the scam just appropriates other people's funds. The options for the development of events may vary sometimes. The trading account is blocked immediately after replenishment. Sometimes the trader is specially drawn a picture of the deposit drain so that he thinks that he himself made an incorrect forecast and lost money as a result of his own mistake. Yes, there may be certain differences, but the essence of what is happening does not change from this. A person loses his money, and this happens almost always very, very quickly. Yep, and I really don't want you to get into such situations. In fact, that's why most of my content is devoted specifically to fraudulent projects, guys. So, my friends, today I will tell you about the Cauvocapital project. It is a fairly large, modern, and technically superbly implemented scam which requires great care. In my review today, I will tell you in detail why we can trust this project in any case. Yes, if you are interested in my material, be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am constantly working on new materials, and if you are interested to know my opinion about a particular project, write me about it in the comments. I will try to shoot the most complete and interesting review for you. Okay, so I turn to a detailed analysis of the Cauvocapital project, and let's go. I invite you to join me. Yeah, okay. Okay, my friends, now we are on the central page of the project portal. I will now quickly write before your eyes assess the state of the portal in terms of technical solutions and content. In principle, everything is as I told you earlier. The scam is extremely dangerous for novice traders. And the main problem lies precisely in the fact that there is a high quality and technically perfect portal. I see a calendar of economic events in the portal sections, which is so very important and convenient. You will always be aware of when it is better to avoid trading operations. The fact is that for traders who are active trading daytime hours, working on relatively small time frames, it is highly desirable to avoid business activity, namely during the hours of the release of major news events. The market at this moment can be unpredictable. There are often sharp fluctuations in price levels, which is fraught with unforeseen and completely unnecessary losses. And the problem, in my opinion, is that traders see an excellent, technically well built and filled with high quality content portal in front of them and subconsciously begin to believe everything that is written there. As a result, funds are transferred to the accounts of scammers and, of course, they lose them. Now, let's talk about what I don't like here. First of all, I'd like to say that everything is quite cleverly organized here. Take a look. There are quite a large number of sections devoted to the company's activities, mission, risks, training, and this inspires confidence. But when I start to constantly go into all these sections, I see nothing more than general words here. For example, it's concerning about everything, about some researches, about education, about everything, even about company overview. Uh, the second point that rappels me pretty much in the Cauvocapital project is the trading tools offered to clients. In fact, there is only one tool here. These are contracts for price difference. In the professional environment, they are called the abbreviation CFD. The problems here are very multifaced. On the one hand, white license brokers also offer many traders the opportunity to work with this tool. However, they also have the opportunity to trade according to the classical scheme of work on the stock exchange. In the project under consideration, there are no alternatives to CFD. And what is the main danger of CFD's trades? The fact is that this is by no means a classic trade transaction in which ownership of an asset is transferred. The trader simply invests a certain amount of money in his forecast of the course movement of the selected asset. In the forecast is if the forecast is justified, the trader earns. If not, he loses his funds. And the whole problem is that, in fact, this is such a kind of financial bet between a trader and a broker, in which the broker is the seller. As you understand, such a legal structure generates a direct conflict of interests which cannot be affect the result. Plus, it is completely unclear to me where the international component of such transactions is traced in this case. This is simply no point in bringing such operations into the international financial space. Now, all actions are carried out exclusively inside the server space of the Cauvocapital project. To all of the above, it's necessary to add that the project is a blatant mess in terms of regulation. That's what I wanted to draw your attention to. Look, in the footer of absolutely any page of the portal there can be opened, there is information about where the company is registered and which financial regulator issued a license to carry out brokerage activities. And it says that the Cauvocapital is located in the offshore zone of Mauritius. The license was also issued there. Let's say you decided to start working with Cauvocapital, invested €10,000, for example, there, and started working. everything is working out, everything is very good, your orders are profitable. And one very unpleasant day for you, you can't log into your trading account, the broker just blocked it for you. What will you do in this case? Again, I will assume that you will go to the police and decide to seek the help of a lawyer. And then it turns out that it's very, very difficult to find information about who to send your claim to. After all, offshore zone protects companies registered on their territory, and I guarantee almost complete anonymity. And you will have to pay a large sum in order to at least find out something. So at least the risk of working with an offshore broker is already sufficient not to invest money in Cauvocapital. And I didn't even mention the fact that Cauvocapital is actually another version of one large and old participant in fraudulent financial frauds around the world. This is a separate topic for conversation, and we will definitely come back to this a little bit later, my friends. Okay, so I'm coming back to you just a second. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So, now it's time to draw a little conclusion based on the results of my first analysis of the Cauvocapital project. I'll say this, there is a very good portal behind us. And this appearance of a quality broker is the greatest danger. As we have seen together, the Cauvocapital project openly lies about its license, they do not indicate their address. In a word, this is a scam, an international criminal syndicate which absolutely cannot be trusted. And of course, I do not advise anyone to invest here. If you have already encountered the actions of this project, lost your money there, or at least saw their advertising on social media, be sure to write me about it in the comments or contact me directly at the contacts listed in the description of this video. If you'd like to see some individual review dedicated to a particular project, also write me about it. Friends, now this is the point where I want to say goodbye to you until we meet in my new materials. Many thanks to everyone who watched this video till the end, and ciao, have a nice day, guys.